So we have biotin in compound 4, and comparing compound 1 and compound 2, the sulfonate group and the pyridine is gonna make the OH to be a good leaving group. But our concern here is mainly conversion from compound 2 to compound 3. And we have to draw a mechanism that explains why this wedge is retained that undergo through the SN2 reaction. A lot of times so far, the retention of stereochemistry was due to the two successive SN2 reactions. Another is many challenge problems such as this requires you to recognize the intramolecular nucleophilic attack. So for example, our sulfur here has a 2 pair of lone pairs, and he can undergo through the nucleophilic attack within this tethered structure, tethered substrate. So we know for sure that chloride is a nucleophile given the direction here. And looking at this compound 2, I draw the lone pairs, and then I'm gonna attack the back of our alpha carbon and then kick out our leaving group. So for now, it's gonna retain, actually it's gonna go through the inversion, meaning we have a dash that forms between the carbon and sulfur. We're gonna have dash like that. Now he's gone, right? And notice there is a hydrogen that's implied in that alpha carbon in compound 2, and then the rest structures are same. So I'm just gonna draw the wiggly sign just to show they are omitted. But we need to place the plus charge on the sulfur because he has a net charge of +1. Sulfur is a group 6, and we have a 3 bond with 2 electrons as a lone pair. So 6 minus 5, we have +1. Then we need to have, so that's our first, the compound 2 you saw was the first SN2 attack. Now let's look at our second attack. This time I'm gonna have chloride ion acting as a nucleophile. And then the bond between the carbon and sulfur on the bottom here has to be retained because that's what we see in compound 3. But the one above it, another dash we just formed, gotta be broken. Okay. To break that, we have to again do the backside attack on that carbon, and then this is gonna act as if this bond is act as if it's a leaving group, and it's gonna be placed on the sulfur atom. That way, the sulfur now becomes a net neutral with a 2 pair of electrons, 2 pair of lone pairs. Yeah. And then it's gonna go through the inversion from this backside attack. meaning the dash you saw becomes the wedge as we form a bond between the nucleophile and the substrate. So the bottom line is, when 2SN2 attack, or let's make it more clear, when SN2 attack happens twice successively, then the retention of stereochemistry is reserved.